I can't help it that I look good, smell good, woo, can dance all night long. You've been talking to the apes and the giraffes and chimpanzees again, haven't you? Yes, I'm excited!
All right. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to another exciting episode of Fast Freddie Rocks Youngstown. We are coming to you live and direct from the state-of-the-art Youngstown studios in beautiful Youngstown, Ohio.
It's my favorite part right there.
Yeah, you got to, man. That's a little tip of the hat to Martin's Appliance back in the day in beautiful downtown Struthers. So anyways, good to see you, Joe.
Yeah,
Haven't
likewise.
seen you for a couple weeks, but it seems like you're back in the groove, ready to go. Ready to rock the house, So, we'll see what's going on. We had a great time at the Santa Claus parade, the Christmas parade in downtown Youngstown. That is one of the best events. I got to give it up to my sister. I usually don't give her much credit or whatever. I kind of distance myself from her and that sort of thing. But I didn't even know that thing was going on until a few years ago. And she says, "Oh, you got to come down to the parade." I'm going, "What parade?" I never even, and tree lighting. I didn't know what it was about. So the first year I come down, and this was probably maybe 5 years ago, 3 years ago, 4 years ago, something like that. And I was like, I didn't know that this was going on in downtown Youngstown. There was over 100 units in the parade, 10, 12 marching bands, and all the kids were decorated in lights and Santa, and, it was a good time. Stan Boney saying, "Hang in there, Youngstown," live on stage. Does it get much bigger than that?
Yeah, it was good being downtown and watching the night live spark like that. That was amazing.
Yes. And you got to check out the Federal. They call it the Miracle on Federal right now. They go all out to decorate that place. And it just looks fantastic. And, downtown still looks good. And, the bank building was lit up and the clock was like a Christmas tree. And I think we might have had a few people less than last year. But I think with the way the weather was at the beginning of the week, a lot of people made up their minds on Wednesday that they weren't leaving their house. A lot of people got nestled in, a lot of people got snuggled in, and they're like, "Okay, we're not going anywhere, man."
Yeah, you were in a warm car though. The rest of us who were standing, we had 6 layers on.
I still had 6 layers
Did you
on.
really?
We had to decorate our car. And then after it was done, I wanted to get downtown to be a part of the fun.
Okay.
So, I was hanging out there.
Yeah, we made a 2-day deal of it. So we came back the next day and did Penguin City and the Youngstown Flea.
Oh, yeah.
The museums. It was awesome.
Yeah, and then they had that pub crawl down there. I didn't get a chance to do a whole lot on I had so many different events that I could have been at, but I didn't quite make it out to all of them. I can only do so much.
Yeah.
Especially this weekend too. We had the Brown Steelers party over at the Lube in Austintown, and at least I won a block pool.
Did
So
you really?
I feel good. It wasn't a major block pool, but at least I won something.
It takes a sting off of a otherwise terrible game.
Yes. It did make my afternoon. You know what? If the Browns lose, but I still win money, I don't feel as bad as if they just lose, And I was a little bummed out that I realized that today we've been eliminated from playoff competition. Now, see, that kind of screwed me up because I was figuring, all right, we're going to beat the Steelers today, and then we're going to go undefeated the rest of the season. We're going to beat Kansas City. We're going to come and we're going to beat Kansas City next week. We're going to roll. We're going to win every game throughout the end of the season. And that was going to be it, and it would be in the playoffs, and everything would be good. Yeah. So and then today when I realized that we were eliminated, it kind of deflated.
So in the future, will we refer to this year as the Watson year?
There's got to be some kind of a nickname for this.
Yes.
The Watson year, the year we got rubbed the wrong way or something. The rub.
The rub. I love it.
The fumble, drive, red, right, 88. And the shot, the drive, and the rub.
Perfect. Absolutely perfect.
Oh, man. Yeah, so the parade was really nice. If you get a chance, come to downtown Youngstown and, check out some of the establishments we have here. You can never go wrong with the Avalon, and Penguin Brewing is always looking good. And we are right behind them.
Did you see the igloos?
Yes.
Oh, that thing is sweet, man.
Yes.
So Penguin City has 2 of them installed, and then Canzonetta's restaurant down there. You can dine outside
Yes.
in a freaking igloo.
Yeah, isn't
That's
that cool?
amazing.
Yeah, it's so it was a lot of cool stuff going on. Oh, and then yesterday too, we were at the Toys for Tots out in Lake Milton at the American Legion in Lake Milton. And man, that place was jamming. 10 bands out there, and it seems like it's getting bigger every year. And my buddy Ken, who's involved with the Marine Corps Reserve, who runs the Toys for Tots, they said that the Youngstown area is always in the top 5 statewide for the most generous donations to Toys for Tots. So awesome. I thought that was really cool. Those kind of things, they make you feel good too. When you see them loading all these bicycles in the trucks and everything. And a couple of weeks ago, I was on that one motorcycle run that my buddy Bear puts together to help the rescue mission. And, we went out to, he sells raffle tickets and stuff. And we ended up buying over 100 turkeys and just a bunch of stuff. Then my friends over at Master's Bar, they do this bike run called Shots for Tots. And I think they bought over 200 bikes through this. So, I mean, that's one thing. You could say whatever you want about the Youngstown area, but we have people out there that are willing to help. And, sometimes it might not be on a maybe like a formal telethon or something like that. Sometimes there might be some kind of a drive you do that doesn't go that good, but it seems like the grassroots stuff, like the motorcycle runs and the benefit spaghetti dinners people have and all that kind of stuff. I think in this town, we really raise a lot of money. Just think of those bike runs. We do, some weekends there's like 5 bike runs, and, they're all making, some of them might not be making a lot of money, but if you add up all the money that like 5 bike runs make, or you see like a big one like that Teddy Foltz run, you're talking thousands of dollars. We did a cancer benefit out in Lordstown earlier this year, and that that raised like $6,000, so there's a lot of these little things that people do that around our area that end up making a lot of money.
Yeah. And whenever there's a natural disaster down south, we're loading up semi trucks and linemen, like we're always there in the clutch.
Yep. So anyways, it was the Brown Steelers party was all right, except when some ignorant person had total disregard for my personal space, and he threw a terrible towel on me and told me, go wipe your tears. I said, I'll wipe something else.
Did it get your goat? I mean, did you show some emotion after something like that?
Well, I just thought it was kind of rude. That this is the kind of,
but they're Steelers fans. So, I mean, you can't expect them to be civil and.
Yeah. I would never do something like that. Never. There was a lot of trash talking going on at that party. I'll tell you that. It was kind of nice that I won the little bit of a block pool that it was like, okay, it takes the sting off,
What the heck is up with Hopkins, man? That's driving me crazy. I thought we had that position nailed.
Yeah. No, not anymore.
No.
Not anymore. I mean, how do you miss, it just seems like the missed field goals, this week, and then with Ohio State missing 2, that was another bummer. I don't think we've talked since Ohio State. And now that was a real bummer too, man.
That hurts.
It did. It was just like, oh man. But we still got a shot at the national championship. We're in the playoffs. They're starting soon, so I think the Buckeyes still might have a chance to take it, but not if you played like you did.
No.
How did that game go so bad? I don't think it was like Michigan really did anything so great that it was like, oh yeah, these guys, I could see why they just, kicked our ass. But to me, it just seemed like we just blew it.
Yeah. I think that game gets in their head. Either you're going to dominate, or what they did was they almost felt like a victim in that.
Yeah. Although I would say they won the fight afterward with the planting of the flag.
If
I think
played
they
that
did win.
Intensity during the game, there might have been went.
Well, people were saying that, and some people go, "Oh, this is so classless," and this and that. I think this should become a part of every football game now. You want to plant the flag? Let's see the brawl. You want to plant it? There's going to be a cost. So, how brave you feeling?
What was that called? King of the Mountain? Where
Yeah,
you have to go up there,
right,
plant the
yeah.
flag, and someone gets to wipe you out?
Right.
Let's do that. That would be sweet.
Yeah, that's how you do it. That's how you do it. You want to plant the flag? Okay. And you're going to pay the consequences. And some people are like, oh, that was so classless. And, you couldn't win on the field. That used to be the motto of Wilson High School. We never won any football games, but our motto was, if we don't get you on the field, we'll get you in the parking lot. We know where you live. That's about how we did that,
Good.
But yeah, I think, okay, you want to come down there and do that? Be prepared for a brawl. Be prepared for a brawl. So if that's what you want to do, if you want to plant the flag and then start a brawl, then that's how we do it, Make that a part of the game. I think you get more people tuning in, at least at the
Steal
end.
the mascot, take the goalpost with you.
Yeah, man, I think that's how they should do it. I think there should be the planting of the flag brawl.
The freaking Coliseum. That's coming to.
Heck yeah, you want to be a badass? You want to come and so we're gonna, you're just not gonna come near and put and first of all, you beat us in our home stadium, and then you're gonna rub our faces in it. How is that classless that you're like defending your turf there? Or, some people like, hey, they should play harder. They should play that hard. But it's like, hey, you know what? It's two different things. At the end of the game, you're going to insult us like that in my house. You're going to come in my house and insult me like that. Then you know what? You're going to pay the price. We're not. And it was so nice that they grabbed the flag too. Once Ohio State took control of the flag and that one dude went off with it, I was like, yeah, this is cool, man. This is cool. And I didn't think it was a classless act or whatever.
I was fired up. It got my adrenaline going for sure.
But I don't think Ohio State, when they beat Michigan 8 times in a row, did they put the flag in the middle? Did they do that? No, or did they just say,
did not.
Adios, amigo? So
took it in stride.
But the flag, but this could turn into something big. This could turn into something big.
It amps the rivalry. It really does.
Yeah. And then, you could also be, playing that in the back of their minds. You got that flag over there, like on the sideline somewhere, or somebody in the band's waving the flag. And you're like,
yeah, next time when you're in your house, we're coming for it.
Yeah. So that was pretty wild. That was pretty wild, but I'm all for the flag, and I'm all for, I don't think it was classless that they started a fight after them guys put the flag. I think that you were just asking for it. You were just asking for it. What did you think was going to happen there? Oh, we're going to just put this flag in and we're going to laugh at you. Yeah. Okay. Right.
Bunch of guys that just lost who are tough and
yeah. Hey, Linda's checking in. Hi, Linda. Dave Price. Good to hear from you, Dave. Yep. His brother had a nice run. We had a nice run for his brother. And, I think it's nice when you could do things and have fun at the same time. That makes it that makes a big difference. That makes a big difference. So what else is happening, man? Anything? It just seems like after the election, there hasn't been very many stupid criminals in the news. There hasn't been. Oh, we got a lot of concerts coming up, huh? AC/DC coming to Cleveland and Pittsburgh. That's going to be big. Another one they announced was Billy Joel and Rod Stewart. That's coming to Acrisure. Is that how you say it?
Yeah.
Acrisure. Did you see? I said that right out there.
Beautiful.
You know what? For all this time, I've been having a hard time pronouncing that. And then for some reason, Acrisure. All right. Okay.
Did I read that Lita Ford and the Vindies are coming?
Yeah, that's going to be a good one. Lita Ford and the Vindies at the amphitheater in downtown Youngstown, Memorial Day weekend.
Oh, yeah.
That's going to be a lot of fun. I think they probably should get one more band, though. I think they need one more like rocker with Lita Ford. Somebody from that, some 80s hair band.
She's still looking pretty hot, man.
Oh yeah. A buddy of mine, he was like a tour manager or a roadie or something with. He worked with them when it was Lita Ford and Joan Jett and the Runaways, and he said they were pretty wild. My favorite quote from Lita Ford is, "It was great being in a band, the Runaways, with Joan Jett, because that meant there were more guys for the rest of us."
Nice.
That was her. That was her saying about that. But yeah, that's going to be a good one. Kiss Me Deadly and Close My Eyes Forever.
I have such a crush on her, man. It's just so good looking.
Oh yeah, and like you say, she's held up pretty good.
Yeah. Did you see Shania Twain's pictures going around social media? Oh, I'm gonna do it for you. This
Oh, she looking good.
The outfit that she wore was I'll just let it speak for
Okay. Shania Twain.
Okay, let me
Wow, this is like bikini outfit, this lingerie outfit.
little lingerie from Shania Twain.
Wow.
What, she's got to be 60?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Somebody says, is that rheinstone depends? Get out of here. Rhinestone depends. She's 59 years old. Okay, if you're looking that good at 60, then you come and talk to me. Instead of sitting there making fun of people. My friend Linda's checking in. Hi, Linda. Hi, Barb. How are you? Good to see you ladies all checking in today. Yeah, so we got AC/DC coming up. Close. And then also Styx is back. Every year, Styx and Kevin Cronin from REO Speedwagon. And I guess the band kind of split up and they can't call it REO Speedwagon or there's something there. And then Don Felder from the Eagles. So that's a pretty good triple bill.
Yeah.
That's going to be coming to Blossom and to Star Lake. I think Toto's going to be around somewhere, not here, but I think it's a Blossom show. I think it's some kind of 80s show. I can't remember.
So what do you think of the dome that they're going to be putting just north of Akron over there? That is going to host the best area concerts all year round. Got thoughts on it?
You know what? I'm not sure if the people from Cleveland can support that. But then again, if you have a big indoor place like that, and then you get like a big show like a Metallica, or maybe that's what's been holding them back. Maybe there's just not enough seats for some of those. But the thing that worries me is, are these bands going to continue? Are there still going to be stadium acts out there in, say, 10 years down the road? I mean, maybe some of these country people, but I mean, who out there is really a stadium act?
Fill up 70,000 seats.
Yeah,
kind of thing.
Yeah. I mean, other than the people that, maybe U2, Bruce Springsteen, AC/DC, but I'm not sure even how big of a sellout that's going to be. It's going to be big,
right.
But is it going to be Rolling Stones big, or is it going to be a little short, because look at that one, it took Def Leppard, Journey, or what was that one? Def Leppard, Joan Jett, Motley Crue, and Poison. So you wonder if coming down the road, they're going to add a few more people on that, but it seems like everybody's pumped up about it. Yeah. I know I am. So, but yeah, sometimes I just wonder if there is enough, the music scene concerns me. Are you really going to be having these big, huge concerts? Well, you'll be able to do something like WrestleMania. You'll be able to do Final Four.
Yeah.
You'll be able to do some of that kind of stuff, but as far as concerts are going, I don't know. I think maybe we're just covered with what we need. I mean, who's not stopping in Cleveland because of it now?
Right. Yeah. And you have Gund, or whatever the heck it's called now. So
it's always Gund Arena
forever.
Yeah, it's Gund Arena forever. Hey, my buddy TJ's checking in. I was hanging out with TJ yesterday out at the Toys for Tots benefit. It was a good time. I had a great day yesterday. We had except for the Browns losing. Other than the final score of the game, it wasn't bad. And then the benefit that went really good, and it was just
you
nice
won money.
weekend.
We'll mention again.
Yeah,
you won some money.
Yeah, not a lot though, but enough to just make me happy. Enough to make me happy. All right, let's see what do we got going on here. Stupid criminal in the news.
Oh, here we go.
It happened in Walmart. I didn't see if any meth was involved. And unfortunately, it wasn't in the Florida Walmart. Usually the highest level of stupid criminals in the news is Florida man, meth,
and Walmart.
Walmart. When you get those three going, although we had it, we had it close the other day when that one guy, he got mad. They fired him and he was taking a piss on the plotting soil outside. This was about a month ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
This local?
Yeah. Oh yeah. In Boardman.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. They fired him. And the next thing you know, he was out in front drinking. They got him for open container and they got him for pissing on the potting soil.
Oh my
No, you know what? I like the guy's moxie. You know, I like the fact that he stood up. But I mean, if you really want to do that, don't you want to go a little further than, you know, just potting soil out in the parking lot? I mean, don't you want to take it?
You got to up it.
Yeah.
You really got to
I
up
mean,
it.
you know, like
$3 potting soil. Did you want to ruin something? Piss on
right.
a TV or something.
Yeah. Or like go right to the produce and, you know.
Yes. Yes.
Or just walk up to the meat counter. There you go.
Here's some
Yeah.
pepperoni for you.
Right. So I thought it might have been good, but all right. Hey, Mike is checking in. What's happening, Mike? How are you? Good to hear from Mike. But yeah. So, anyways, this one here, it did happen at Walmart.
Okay.
And it was in the South, though. It was in Virginia. It wasn't quite Florida.
Okay.
Or Ohio. Like I say, Ohio man gives Florida man a run for the money always.
Yeah.
Always. I mean, he has, the Florida man takes no, you know, we take no backseat to Florida man. I mean, we can hang with him. Hey, Mary's checking in. Hi, Mary. I'm sure Mary wishes she was down in Florida, but
a lot of us Ohioans, though, go to Florida. We might be picking up something in the water down there and bringing it back.
Yeah.
Ohio Junior.
As a matter of fact, I'm going to be headed down there to see the baby next month,
Nice.
a couple weeks. I'll be heading down. So anyways, a 32-year-old guy in Virginia got arrested after he tried to steal $14,000 of stuff from Walmart. Unfortunately, he didn't realize that it was Shop with a Cop event going on.
Oh.
And there were 50 cops in the store and 40 cop cars parked outside.
Didn't take that hint. Didn't take the red flag.
I like this. It says, they said they don't know how he missed it. He tried to escape out the back door. They got him into custody. And
14 grand out of a Walmart. That's got to be a couple carts at least.
oh no, 1,400. My bad.
All right.
Okay, yeah, that could be nothing. That's groceries.
There you go.
That's a month of groceries there for $1,400. Hey, there's my buddy Sam Cook checking in. And Sam is one of our Wilson High guys. And that was a big thing that happened to me this week. I got a huge story, man. I have been bestowed a Southside honor higher than any, you know.
Bring it.
Yeah. So every year they have a little gathering around the holidays of all the guys that played sports at Wilson, and some Mooney guys come, and it's just a little mixer, and you know, everybody, you know, sits there and, you know, shoots the breeze, and it's good to see everybody. So one of the highlights of the gathering is my one buddy has the paddle from one of our gym teachers, Moose Thompson. Moose Thompson was like the last of the real, you know, enforcers. You know, I mean, he was the gym teacher, you know what I mean? The baseball cap, the hoodie, maybe a towel wrapped around his neck, whistle, paddle in one hand, clipboard in another, and would love to see you play battle ball, and really got off when somebody got blasted in the face or somebody gets hit and the ball bounces 12 feet up in the air. And it's like, yeah, you know, but I mean, he was like one of the last ones, Moose Thompson. So anyways, every year they put somebody in the Hall of Fame. And this year they put me on, and my name is now forever etched in Moose Thompson's paddle.
No kidding.
Yeah. And not because of my athletic prowess, because I had none, but I kept the bench warm for everybody else and stuff. You would figure with that alone, you know, I should. No, for me being like a goodwill ambassador for the South Side and Wilson High School and stuff. So I was honored with my name on Moose Thompson's paddle.
That's beautiful.
And I'll tell you what, like Sam and all our friends that were out there, I can't tell you what a great bunch of guys that everybody is there. I mean, you know what? They are all just stand-up guys, just, you know, and, you know, we all grew up together, and it's just like, it's really a nice thing. And I look back and, you know, I think the one thing we could all agree on was growing up on the South Side, everybody loved it. You know, I mean, going to Wilson, and, you know, a lot of us have been friends now, you know, some of the people there since grade school, or since first grade, you know, some of these people. And, you know, it was just a great bunch of guys, just, all stand-up guys, maybe. There's a few.
So if I walked around Wilson, are there any trophy cases with stuff that you put in there or
No,
and nothing?
Nothing for
There's
me.
no legacy.
No. I was just, I wasn't, I was just like average Joe.
Okay.
I never.
Well, maybe they'll put the paddle in one of the cases now.
Oh no, the paddle still goes around. As a matter of fact, I think I get to hold the paddle for a week or so. Really? I'm going to post the pictures coming up. Yeah, but I'll tell you what, that was quite an honor for me. I really, it really made my day. I was really honored, and like I say, the guys there are just, just a great bunch of guys. I'm glad to be like a part of them and be a part of the crew because. We just really have some good guys.
Well, it's good you got your acknowledgement. That's
congratulations. Not that it would surprise me though, because I never thought, so that was pretty cool. I got to thank Jeff Kosak for putting me on there.
And did you ever receive that paddle for any?
I'm not sure if I got one from Moose. I probably did at some point. Okay. I'm sure. Well, I don't know. I used to get paddle all the time for showing up late. You might find this hard to believe.
No.
You might find this hard to believe. I had a bad habit of being late for everything. And to this day, it has followed me. And no, I used to be late for school every single day. Every day. And I would go in, and the first thing they would do is I walked in and they would crack me. And it was kind of like
they were just ready for it every day.
Right. And everybody was like all fired up. Here we go. Yeah. And it was just
was your first period like a real jerk that would send you down to get it, or did you just knew it was coming and just went straight there?
Yeah, I just went. Oh, well, he would crack me in the room.
Okay.
Yeah, the teacher would just do it right there. So,
right.
Yeah, Mr. Gayadsky for geometry when I had geometry, and I can remember that I was late almost every single day. Can you even believe that?
what was the reason? Is it you got a ride from one of the older kids and they didn't
no. I don't know. I think one of the things is we had 7 people living in a very small house with one bathroom. So that can tend to slow you down a little bit, that could, and then I think it just got to the point where I just had no concept of time. I just,
well, it has served you well for all of these years.
Yeah, that's why you can't expect me to change at this point,
That's right.
When I look back in grade school, everything that I did there, I just had bad habits from day one. I never wanted to get my hair cut, so they're always sending a note home, and you're going to get a haircut, and then I have to go get my hair cut, and I'd complain about that. And I always had the messiest desk. And sometimes Sister Claire would walk by and just kick the desk over. And there would be the biggest pile of shit on the floor. I don't think the desk didn't actually crash over because all the stuff just cushioned the blow.
Yes.
So then I would, and I would never tuck my shirt in. And that was another one.
You're just a rebel.
And that's how it went. But then in high school, like I say, I was just abnormal. But it was growing up on the south side of Youngstown was just a great place, especially at that time. Great place, great people, And I'm sure some people didn't have the same experience, Some people hated school. I mean, some people probably got picked on or whatever, or didn't like to go because of this or that, or they thought there were some cliques and things like that. But I would say for the most part, I didn't, You
were just chill.
Yeah.
Didn't let it get to you.
No. One day I'd be hanging out with these people. Next day I'd be hanging out with this guy, and So, but that was my big honor. I'm on Moose. Skinnerd, they named, Leonard Skinnerd got their name after their gym teacher. So if I ever start a band, it just hit me.
I know what it is.
Moose Thompson.
Yes.
That's going to be me.
That is a killer name.
I come out there. You want to talk about a name for a band?
Moose
Thompson, man.
It's good.
You could have a picture of a paddle right on the,
Yep.
But yeah, he was one of the last old school coaches, flat top haircut, tough guy. ball
Always
cap.
wore the whistle.
Yeah, we had the whistle, the hoodie. That was back in the day when not everybody wore hoodies either. Either construction workers were about the only one, or a serious coach.
Yep.
and he was a heck of a guy.
Did you skip school a lot?
No,
Never cut school.
no.
Once you were there,
Never,
you were there.
Yeah, never. I figured you get there late anyway, so I better stick around. When you roll in at about 10 or noon, then maybe you should. See, that's how, I was really skipping, but they thought I was just getting there late. I had them fooled.
Yep.
Oh, this guy has a punctuality problem. No, I have a plan. Everybody skips the last part of the day, not me.
First, you miss 15% of the year in the beginning of every day.
Oh, yeah. So that was one of the things. But yeah, I'll tell you what, man, there were some teachers there at Wilson who cracked people pretty hard. I'll tell you who would always crack me was the one shop teacher we had, Mr. McCullough. And he would always get me for having my shirt out. He was like one of those guys, though, for whatever reason, the guy just didn't like me, and I never really gave him any reason or whatever, and, like one day I remember he cracked me for having my shirt out, Well, I could see why, though, in a shop class, you don't want your shirt to get caught in the machinery or, in a drill press or something. I get it. So the one day I'm standing there and I see this one guy has his shirt out, and I kind of go, just like, gave a little nod, like, oh, yeah, you know what? How about somebody else besides me? And then he goes, today we're banking tattletales.
Gotcha.
Yeah. And I was like, are you serious? But I don't know. Oh, my buddy Dave checking in. Dave, another lucky winner yesterday, too. He was a heartbroken Browns fan, but when he won the football pool twice, guess what? He didn't mind too much. You know what? It didn't really hurt that bad. So yeah, congratulations going out to Dave. So anyways, the guy goes into the Walmart with 50 police cars. He probably figured they were busy. I was watching that TV show live on patrol. I like watching that show when I get a chance. And they had the one where the cops were chasing some guy on a bicycle, and they're chasing him through they're chasing him, and they go into this apartment complex. Well, the guy gets off the bike and starts running. So the cops are out there chasing after the guy. Some guy that was sitting in front of one of the rooms in this sleazy hotel jumps on the bicycle and rides away in the opposite direction. So this guy probably figured, well, with all these cops here, they're not going to be watching for shoplifters. He probably figured it was a SWAT situation or something, Well, they're all looking over there. I'm just going to walk in the back door here. Yeah, stuff my pockets.
Stupid enough to rob this place right now?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah. And that's what I think it might have happened there. Hey, my buddy Mike Rapovi's checking in today. How you doing, Mike? Good to hear from you. And like I say, Dave said it was a good day, and he's watching Fridays with Frank on YouTube. I don't know. What's Fridays with Frank?
I'm going to get the Google machine out.
Hey, we're going to get the Google machine out.
We'll get Shania Twain out there for a minute.
How anybody can say anything bad about Shania Twain and her looks. I want to see what you look like when you're 59.
Fridays with Frank.
Okay. Oh, this looks like a police thing.
Oh, I have seen this dude.
Oh, okay.
He's that real snarky, sarcastic
cop.
Oh,
yeah,
with all the idiots.
Yeah. I don't know how to take Fridays with Frank. Sometimes he gets a little on my nerves. He seems a little too much. Yeah. And I don't, I don't want to see too many smart asses around. Fridays with Frank. Yeah, I know exactly who that is. Yep. And I keep an eye on that. All right. Another one here. 42-year-old man in Connecticut got arrested after he sat down at a restaurant, asked for a menu, went to the bathroom, and came back fully nude in front of everybody and just sat there. And when the cops showed up, he complied. And his story says it's not clear if he was on drugs or what. I think it should be, it's not clear what drugs he was on.
Correct.
Right.
Absolutely.
Yep. Yep. All right. My friend Brenda's checking in tonight. Hi, Brenda. And she's hoping to see AC/DC this spring. She's a huge AC/DC fan. Brenda will be dancing the whole time. She'll dance to every AC/DC song. So, yeah, I'll tell you what, I'm pumped up for that. I'm looking forward to it. Now, I think that's going to be like my Rolling Stones, like it was this year. Rolling Stones, I would probably say was the highlight of my concert season. And I went to see Sammy Hagar. Sammy Hagar was really good at Blossom, and that's a website. If you think people argue about Trump and Biden and all that stuff, go on the Van Halen Facebook page. There's a couple of them out there. You want to hear people bickering constantly. I mean, it's just like, hey, I like Sammy for what Sammy was. I like Dave for what Dave was. I think, they needed Dave to put him over the top. When Dave was at the top of his game, he was a lunatic. He definitely made Van Halen. Okay. But then Sammy took him to a different place that was still good. It was something different. It wasn't Dave, but it was Sammy. And everybody seems to know everything about their personalities and they just go. But Sammy Hagar at Blossom Music Center was really good this summer. It was Sammy and Michael Anthony from Van Halen and Jason Bonham on drums and Joe Satriani on guitar. So, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Hey, our buddy Rama's checking in. Hi, Rama. How are you?
Hey.
Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. We got to get Rama on as soon as he gets some more new music out, which I'm sure he's always working on music, He
has 5 albums out since the last time.
Right. So anyways, where are you playing at, Rama? We'll send people out to see you. Post a couple of your gigs on there. And anyways, what were we talking about? Oh, okay. Yeah, so Sammy Hagar, I thought it was a really good show. The surprise show, I think, of the year, and I talked to a couple people just recently that felt the same way I did, was that Jeff Lynne's ELO. He's on his farewell tour. There's a guy that went out on top. I mean, his voice sounded good. He had backup singers that could sing opera. He had the string quartet and just some great musicians. And they actually, that was one of those shows where the songs actually sounded better than on the album, I thought anyways, because it seems like there was a new life to them, a new energy, they seemed a little more up tempo, a little more modern. And I'll tell you what, I would say that was one show that I was glad I had a chance to go see, was that one. What else did I see? I know we had some good shows down at Robbins Theater. I can't remember them all now. I'm drawing a blank, but Rolling Stones definitely high on the list. And Sammy Hagar was a good one. Dave Matthews was okay, but I thought Dave Matthews, the sound was off. For somebody like him, I was surprised that the bass and the drums were just like overwhelming. And when he does a lot of acoustic stuff, and you couldn't really hear that, the saxes and things like that. So it was just overriding it. All right, Triple Threat with Rama. Last show for 2024 is Friday the 27th at the New Manhattan. I'll tell you, the New Manhattan rocks. If you want to get out there and see a good band, and the New Manhattan has been committed to music for a long time. So they had Triple Threat out there coming up on the 27th. I think Huck and Philbillies were out there last weekend.
I've never been there. I'm going to have to check them out.
There's somebody else out there too I wanted to see a week before, and it was like, oh, I didn't know you guys were out there. I would have been there. I forget who it was, but yeah, keep the New Manhattan in mind. They're definitely a rock club. They're out there in Hubbard, right, kind of behind Truck World, right behind there, right off the main street. So yeah, that was one. Those were two of my highlights. I'm trying to think what other shows I went to. I went to so many I can't think of them all now.
It's a good problem to have.
Yeah. Now I'm drawing a blank, but it seems like if I go through my phone, I've been to a concert. Did I go see Bruce Springsteen this year, or was that last year? Yeah, I think maybe Bruce Springsteen was in the mix.
Man, we had a lot of good shows.
Who else was out there? I have to look at my phone now. That's why that's why it's a smartphone. It's way smarter than me.
I'm going to ask you about this. Did you see the picture of that rapper who came on the stage with an oxygen tank?
No.
Oh, I got to show this to you.
Okay, is it for real?
It's for real.
Okay,
I thought it was satire.
See, that's why the Cleveland Browns have got to win a Super Bowl. I'm getting old. I don't want to be going to the victory celebration with an oxygen tank. Do I want to be there on a walker? Do I want to be there on a cane? No. If they win the Super Bowl, I want to be there balls out. Oh my God. What is he? 400 pounds?
400 pounds. He brought out a couch to sit on, and he had an oxygen tank, and he did the show from the couch.
See, I thought some of these classic rockers were getting a little old. I feel a lot better about classic rock now. I've seen some of them, they had to carry them out practically, but I haven't seen anybody with an oxygen tank.
That's yet. His wife next to him, and it's
wow.
Definitely has to have a great personality, I'm sure.
Morbidly obese rapper Dave Blunts performs with the help of an oxygen tank in Chicago. Fans were worried. Oh man. Oh, he's over 500. So he's bigger than Jelly Roll.
Yeah.
Yeah, this guy makes Jelly Roll look like Slim Jim here.
Yep.
Wow. Dave Blunts.
Dave Blunt and his itty bitty girlfriend.
Little itty bitty younger, obviously smoking hot girlfriend. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, the images that are going through my mind looking at those pictures.
You're lining it up. What fits where?
And you know what? I'm having a hard time seeing anything, to tell you the truth. I can see where something might want to go here or there, but
I'll draw a pictorial. Like try to line.
Yeah. You need one of those things like John Madden had, when they go back to football play. All right, you start down here. You go down here by the muffin, and then he comes up through here. That's what we need. John Madden explaining how these two are going to copulate. Everybody use your own imagination on that one. Look it up and
that one caught me by surprise there.
And think whatever it is that you want to think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, birthdays today. Dick Butkus. Dick Butkus passed away last year. Who else? Kurt Angle from the WWE. Donny Osmond, 67. Now that's one that makes me feel old, because Donny Osmond's like my age. And I remember this is one of those things that, you have one of these memories. I remember this like it was yesterday. So Donny Osmond, when he was on the Andy Williams show, that's where they got their start. And Andy Williams had a variety show, and the Osmonds were like regular guests. And they come out and they were singing this song, and they were all dressed like barbershop quartet. They all had little derbies on and a little striped red and white vest and everything. My mom was making such a big fuss over Donny Osmond. So I had to be like about 5 years old when this is on. And look how cute that little boy is with that derby and that vest. And I from that point on, it was like, I did not like Donny Osmond. That hit me like my mom is, choosing Donny Osmond over me.
A little jealousy kicking.
Yeah, it really was.
Did she ever dress you up like Donny?
No.
Didn't buy you a little derby for Christmas?
No, I've never had a derby. I have a little, one that I mess around with now with, for St. Patty's Day, but maybe we'll bring back the derby. Okay. Somebody got to bring back the derby hat,
Goes in cycles. Right?
Yeah, especially these days and age, the right person wears one, and the next thing you know, got to get it in a movie or something, or maybe what was his name? Dave Blunts, the 600-pound rapper with the oxygen tank, wears a derby and everybody's in.
Like,
yeah, dude. Yeah. Man, I always wanted to do that. That dude rocks, man. Look at that. Here's something you want to feel old for some of you folks out there. A Charlie Brown Christmas appeared for the first time how many years ago today? You ready for this? You ready to feel old? Here it goes. A Charlie Brown Christmas premiered on this date in 1965, making it 59 years old. 59 years old. Oh, man. Yeah, Jody said 60. Yeah, Jody. Could you believe that, though? Isn't that something that we still watch something that is 60 years old?
Yep.
And we can still watch it and still enjoy it.
That's right.
And it's 60 years old. When I see all the things that have like turned 40 this last year, even that, I'm like, that's 40 years old. That's 40 years old. But yeah, 59 years old.
Now, do you, and we do it because of tradition. You always watch Charlie Brown Christmas and Rudolph. The
Rudolph.
Red-Nosed Reindeer. Does the next generation partake in those old things?
I don't know. You know, Rudolph I like, and I definitely like Charlie Brown. But you know what I think I really like the most? I think Home Alone might be my favorite Christmas movie.
Really?
Home Alone or maybe Home Alone 2.
All right, give me your top 5 Christmas movies. Could be classics.
Well,
whatever.
you know, National Lampoon.
Okay, got to do that.
That's one. Elf every once in a while is a good
Elf
one.
Got it for you.
Home
Alone.
Home Alone. This Christmas Story.
Okay.
Christmas Story. Let's see, what would be another one out there? I know I'm missing one. I can't even think right now.
Do you like any of the old ones, like It's a Wonderful Life? Or
No. I mean, I have nothing against them, but you know, but those, okay, talk about those movies now. How old do those movies have to be? 70 years old?
Oh, I got to look.
Oh, Bad Santa. There's a good one. Yeah, Jody, way to jump in with Bad Santa. That's a good one. Okay, yeah, Miracle on 34th Street, the original. Because a lot of people like to watch the black and white.
1947.
1947. So that's almost 70. That's 70 plus years old.
Mm-hmm. What was the other one I just said? Not Miracle, but It's a Wonderful Life.
It's a Wonderful Life.
1946. Dang.
But isn't that something, though, that you could watch this? And it's the same thing with classic rock. In these movies, I mean, you could watch a movie that's 70 years old and still get something out of it.
Right.
You know? It's crazy on how that works. That's like the cruel mind game, you know? Especially classic rock is the one that really gets you because, okay, yeah, let's see what other one. Oh, the Grinch. I was never really that big of a Grinch one. Okay, let's see. Some of these I have no clue. Tim Burton's Nightmare Before Christmas. Yeah, I know some people like that one. I wonder if there's any It's a Wonderful Life. Die Hard.
Is it a Christmas movie?
Die Hard's in the
Let's
top
settle
10.
it. Settle it.
There it is. But I think they just settled it. It's on the internet.
All right.
It's number 11. So there it is. Little Women. Okay, some of these I haven't a clue as what these movies are about. Christmas Story, yeah. Better Watch Out. I don't know. Trading Places. Is that really? Gremlins.
I didn't add that one to the list.
Yeah,
but I can see
Gremlins.
that. Elf. How's Batman Returns a Christmas movie? Come on, guys.
Well, you were sleeping. The Man Who Invented Christmas. It should have like Santa in the title.
It has to.
You know, Christmas Eve.
Look, there was a Christmas tree. That's a Christmas movie.
Yeah, no.
Violent Night. Life, Die Hard, A Christmas Carol, Home Alone, Rudolph the Red-Nosed
I wonder if our friend Lisa Neal, former Playboy Playmate cover girl, is in like some kind of Santa horror films. You know she's got to be. Remember?
Yeah.
What was she in the one with the Easter Bunny, and she got killed because the Easter Bunny rammed a dildo in her head or something?
Yep.
Or somebody got killed with a dildo, a deadly dildo. That's all I remember. Scrooge, you know. Charlie Brown Christmas, yeah.
I gotta look up Lisa Neal to her IMDb.
Oh, okay. Yeah, let's see our friend Lisa. We got to get her back on. Boy, she actually is that her page?
All right, let's see. What is she's Roboob, the farting robot monster? I missed that one.
Yeah.
Hellcat's Revenge. I remember that one. Skull Forest.
Yeah, that's all I know. I remember she's just in some of the Blood, Boobs, and Breast, or Beast, whatever.
Boob and beast.
Easter Holocaust. Yeah. Yeah. There's got to be some of them cheap movies out there that. Here's one. You want to feel old? Okay. Twins from Arnold Schwarzenegger and Danny DeVito is 36 years old today.
Man.
Speaking of twins, don't you laugh every time you see a picture of Arnold Schwarzenegger's illegitimate kid? Have you ever seen him?
No.
Look him up.
Oh, before I get off this page, she got 4 movies coming up, by the way. She's got 4 in production.
Oh, okay. You have never seen Arnold Schwarzenegger's illegitimate child. Okay. Are you a fan of King of the Hill?
Yeah.
Okay. You know how the whole thing is with Dale and John Redcorn and the kid, and he thinks the kid is his and all that stuff. And he thinks John Redcorn's coming over here to give his wife holistic treatment for migraines and stuff. All right. You got to look up Arnold Schwarzenegger's illegitimate kid. How nobody was able to see this is completely beyond me. There he is. The guy on the left,
This
right
guy?
there. He looks like a Mexican Arnold Schwarzenegger.
He does.
I mean, you look at this guy. Okay, here's the Mexican housekeeper. She's doing her thing, and then you see this kid. I mean, do you sit there and go, "Shit, who does that guy remind me of?" Man, that dude looks really familiar.
Mildred Patricia. I don't even know who that is. I'm looking it up.
But look at the kid.
For sure, 100%.
Got that big block head and everything. And it's like, okay.
Man, talk about good genes, though.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah. Yeah. So there you go. I mean, there's no hiding that.
Nope.
There's no denying that one, man. I mean, they didn't even need it. Look at that picture there in the corner. Okay. The alarm bell didn't go off in somebody's brain at some point, like, boy, does this kid look familiar? Who does he remind me of? I can't quite put my, who is that? I swear he looks like somebody I know. Jingle All the Way. There's another one. Yeah, I want to go to the Christmas Story House in Cleveland. Have you ever been there?
Yeah.
Oh, is it awesome?
Been there. Oh, heck yeah.
Okay, Mike said it's awesome. So even if you were going to say no, I was going to say Mike said. And
he has more credibility than
right,
I do.
exactly.
Cool,
yeah.
They have a museum across the way with all the artifacts from the movies. It's really cool.
I got to go up there. That'd be a good thing to go for, with the Christmas season. Because I'm actually kind of feeling in the Christmas spirit here. Here's another one from the You Want to Feel Old Today category. The movie Scarface was released on this date in 1983. Makes it 41 years old.
Yeah.
Is that a good movie, though, or what?
It is.
And Scarface is one that I watch every time it comes on. Never miss Scarface. I like a lot of Al Pacino movies. Now, some people, you're not allowed to like him because he's a liberal and all that stuff. So, and all of a sudden, all these good movies. Scent of a Woman. I mean, how cool is that movie?
He's such a cool actor. He really is.
Godfather 2. Oh, man. Godfather 2. Godfather 3, but not as good as Godfather 2. I remember. Oh, Carlito's Way. That's one I always like too. Yeah. Carlito's Way.
What's that one with Val Kilmer? Where they do the heist, and I think he played the cop in that. Maybe.
Oh yeah, what was that one?
I don't know. That was one of my favorite.
Yeah, Carlito's Way, Godfather 1 and 2. What else? What's some other Al Pacino movies out there? Oh, okay, Serpico. That was a good one. Serpico is a true story. Back in the day when I was in high school, I used to read all of those. Oh, The Irishman. That's the latest one. A lot of people don't like that movie. I thought it was really good. You know, I don't get a chance to see a lot of movies or whatever, but that's probably the last full movie that I've watched where I had and a long one, you know, like, but I thought that movie was really good. You know, come on, you get Al Pacino and Joe Pesci together.
Oh, Heat. Heat was the one I was thinking of. So
Yeah.
Heat, Donnie, when he plays that.
Oh,
character,
Donnie Brasco too. Yeah, that's another good one.
Carlito's Way, Son of a Woman.
He even had a part in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. He's got a part in that too. He plays a talent agent in that.
Ocean's 13. Forgot he was in
Yeah,
that.
yeah. Yeah, those are some good ones. Son of a Woman, I thought was really, really good. Oh, Bronx Tale.
Yep.
I like all those movies. Those are the kind of movies I like.
Yeah.
Well, I like comedies and like mobster movies. Those are my two go-tos. Oh, okay. And they also say check out the Raleigh Inn right around the corner from the Christmas Story Museum. Awesome food and spirits.
Awesome.
That's the best kind to have.
Good job, Michael.
You know who else is celebrating a birthday today? Well, he's long gone. But one of my favorites was born on this date in 1922. Red Fox. Red Fox. Sanford and Son.
Legend.
Was just so funny. You know, that was back in the day. You know, he was like one of them first dirty comedians, you know, that tell dirty jokes. And he was one of them. And who was the other one? Mom's Mabley or somebody. Remember, there was that one old black woman, dirty comic that was like kind of a Red
Edgy.
Fox type. But you know, that I liked it back in the day when people actually told jokes. I think that's a problem. You don't hear a lot of people telling jokes anymore.
Yep.
You know, it's got to be, I had some kind of brilliant observation and a twisted, kooky look on this. And, you know, whatever happened today of just telling funny freaking jokes, you know? Red Fox, he was no big thinking man, Lenny Bruce, I'm going to come up with something from the paper and just twist your mind, man. You know, he was more like, you know, they would just tell funny jokes. Buddy Hackett used to be like all them guys from like Vegas back in the day like that, you know, would wear a tuxedo and, you know, your grandparents would go and see them in the Catskills and he'd be telling these dirty jokes, but it was always like about, you know, a guy walks into a doctor, or, you know, things along those lines.
Yeah, nobody got pissed off about that stuff either. Today, they would never let it fly.
Oh, some of those, I watched some of those Don Rickles things. You're sitting there going, I see people right on there, oh, racist old bigot, MFer and all this stuff.
Nope.
It's like, you know what? It was, everybody was in on it. Nobody took it serious. I mean, you mean to tell me if Mr. T would ever get pissed off at Don Rickles, he'd know about it, you know?
Yep.
People like that, you know, it's just a different time. But you know, all them guys I used to like, they had this one guy, his name was Gene Tracy. You got to look up Gene Tracy someday. Gene Tracy was a truck stop comedian. And he specialized and he made his big buku bucks in putting out these party tapes, they used to call them. That's what they used to call like Fred Sanford's records too, party tapes, party records. But anyways, Gene Tracy did all this truck stop humor and he's filthy. Okay. But he is so funny, you know, but he just tells jokes. And some of them are kind of just stupid jokes, but they make you laugh. You know, isn't that supposed to be kind of the thing?
100%.
You know, I mean, if you tell a joke, you know, does every single thing that every single well, Larry the Cable Guy was a joke teller,
right?
You know, I think the blue collar comedy guys were more of a joke teller. Now, Ron White, he's into the observation type thing now, you know. But
Eddie Murphy in his prime, that was like great comedy. There.
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh, when he did the red jumpsuit thing, and oh yeah, that was all cutting edge. Richard Pryor too. Richard Pryor was another one that had all that crazy stuff, and he was pretty out there.
The one that like Bob Saget, like when you got to see him on sitcoms and
Oh,
then
yeah.
you saw his comedy, and it was like, boom, blew your mind away with how dirty he was.
Oh yeah. What was his name on that show? I forget. Tanner, Dan,
Danny Tanner, maybe.
Or yeah, I think that's what it was. Yeah, Danny Tanner. Danny Tanner on Full House. Although I used to always call that show Baby Michelle, because that's
they were the star.
Yeah, that's all. They had that show Baby Michelle on there, and I mean, if they would have called that show Baby Michelle, it'd been just as good.
Yep.
Here's I copied a few of these because one of Red Fox's things was Confucius jokes. Like women who fly an airplane upside down have crack up, things like that. And he would do like 20 of those, and
Quick
people
hitters.
would go nuts,
Yeah.
And it was just one after another instead of, I got to come up with this, this thing. Here we go. Let's see. Confucius say, man who do business in whorehouse gets jerked around.
I got to get my.
Okay. Are you ready?
Yep.
Okay. Confucius say, panties not the best thing on earth, but next to it. Woman who put husband in doghouse soon find him in cat house. Man who fight with wife all day get no peace at night.
Ooh.
Confucius say, it take many nails to build a crib, one screw to fill it. Thank you. Confucius say, passionate kiss like spider web, soon to lead to the undoing of the fly. Boy, that's almost kind of a little heady up there. Confucius say, squirrel who runs up woman's leg, not find nuts. I'm like a squirrel trying to climb up a woman's leg to find a nut. That's going to be my new thing. I might have to get a t-shirt printed up with that. Squirrel who runs up woman's leg, not find nuts. How'd your day go today? I was like a squirrel running up a woman's leg. Couldn't find a nut.
Got to get your timing on that one.
Yeah,
That was going to flow.
Yeah. It'll get there. It'll get there. You ready? Confucius say, sex is like the army. The closer you are to discharge, the better you feel. Confucius say, man who stand on toilet get high on pot. What's that about? Let's see. Where's another one? Confucius say, man who run through airport turnstile sideways going to Bangkok. Confucius say, boy who go to sleep with sex problem on mind, wake up with solution in hand. Confucius say, man who fishes in another woman's well often catches crabs. Woo! Confucius say, to meet a girl in the park is good, but the park meeting a girl is better. Confucius say, electrician get much angry when find shorts in wife's bedroom. Yeah, okay, there it is. Woman who flies upside down in airplane have crack up. Anyways, those are
good.
But those were, we got
I got
more.
to cue one up.
Yeah, you ready?
Yeah.
All right, let me see one here. Confucius say man with penis in peanut butter jar is effing nuts. Let's see. I'm not seeing. I think we had the best ones right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, some of these are a little. Confucius say, man who have last laugh, not get joke. Confucius say, man with athletic finger make broad jump. Confucius say, man who put cream in tart, not always baker. So anyway, there you go.
So an ode to Red.
An ode to Red Fox. Some of the best Confucius jokes ever told.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, I like I say, I wish more people would tell jokes, because remember, every day, I mean, we even put out a couple of joke books and stuff back in the day. You know, you'd have the joke of the day. Somebody would send you a joke. Oh, as a matter of fact, I did see one online the other day.
Bring it.
Let me see if I could remember how this goes. Let's see. Oh, okay. So this little girl goes to her mom. She goes, Mom, I got a little bit of hair down there. And she goes, oh, well, that means you're getting older and you got hair on your monkey. So they're at breakfast the next morning, and the little girl tells her older sister, she goes, hey, I got hair on my monkey. And the older girl goes, I'm teaching mine how to eat bananas. And the mom fainted.
Oh, that's good.
You know? Well, remember, people used to tell jokes all the time.
Heck yeah.
I think that's what's missing right now, because, you know, you used to go to work or you'd be in a bar and you'd always have that one guy that would have
a million
15 million jokes. And, you know, you'd go, man, that's really funny, you know? And I think we got away from just telling regular jokes. Let me see if I could find another one. There's got to be a good one. I've been kind of saving them to have them in case if I need one, like right now. And you know, I'm trying to think if I could clean up a Gene Tracy joke without making it, you know, because most of his are hard to
retell.
Yeah. 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 Most of them are. Yeah. They're just, but I'll have to get you a CD or something of some Gene Tracy jokes one day. Yeah, when Gene Tracy come out, and you had that, and you had Cheech and Chong's album, and you had Cheech and Chong's album. Oh, and George Carlin's 7 Things You Couldn't Say on TV. Right. And so you'd have to hide those from your parents if you had a cassette or an 8-track. Like,
yeah, I did that with Hickory Dickory Dock.
Yeah. Have you seen the videos he makes? He has the funniest videos, Andrew Dice Clay, and some people don't know how to take it. And even like his fans, he just goes out there like around New York City. And he's got like a stocking hat on. He wears these big sunglasses, and he'll just like go up to unsuspecting people, and he'll go, are you the guy that was supposed to get the picture with the face of fame? And stuff like that.
No, he just does it in public.
Oh, and he's got a million of these. He's been doing this for like about a year now. And you see some of these people get all pissed off, or yeah, be on your way, or don't bother me, or he'll go up in an airport and he'll go, Henderson, Mr. Henderson, I'm so glad that I made it here. I was running a little late. Let me grab your bag, Mr. Henderson. He goes, excuse me, sir. I don't know who you're talking about. And most of the people just get bent out of shape for some of this easy stuff. Or, hey, did you hear about about the thing, the snow coming on the TV. People just like run away from them and stuff.
Oh.
But the one too, are you the one that was for the picture? And they're looking, I go, I didn't request the picture. And you go, from the face of fame, the 24 karat face of, are you Melinda from Christian Mingles, Single Mingles? Yes. Well, that's how he started the first ones off, where like he would just go up, Edna, Charlie. It's Charlie, Edna from Christian Single Mingle. It's good to see you. I'm sorry I'm late. And all this stuff. These people just,
I gotta watch this.
yeah,
This is one
he's
of my
got
favorites.
a million of them. And like I say, some people, they either take it serious or they're like, is this all this guy could do? Washed up has been, blah, 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 you know. So that's but that's a really good one there. So you ready to wrap things up?
Yeah, let's do
I
it.
think we'll wrap things up, and thanks everybody for tuning in. Let's see, Y103. What do I got going on this week? We're giving away tickets to see Billy Joel and Rod Stewart, 10 noon, 3 and 5. So that's going to be a great show. Next week we'll be giving away tickets to Styx. Then it'll be Christmas time, and after the first of the year, we got a big list of people that I've been trying to get on, and we're going to make it happen. So you don't just have to sit here and listen to me ramble and tell Confucius jokes. And I'm trying to think of one more joke. Now, see, that's the problem too. I think maybe with our limited memory these days, most of us, we can't remember a joke either, because that was the key to the joke. If you could remember 3 or 4 of them, then once you tell some, but I haven't seen that anywhere in a long time, where you're just sitting there and 5 or 6 people all just have their favorite joke and they tell a joke.
Well, you need to practice them. So when you're on your show,
yeah,
try to come back from a couple of breaks and bring the joke of the day.
Yeah, that might be the way to do that, you know. And yeah, you know, I think we should have the comedy corner here every week. I think we're going to add that at the beginning.
There
And
are
then-
enough comedians in the area. We could even bring some down here to give us some influence.
Yeah. So, but they got to tell jokes.
Yeah.
You got to tell jokes.
No stories.
We want jokes.
Just freaking jokes.
Yeah, you know, I don't want to hear about your wife, or how's come every time I go into Walmart, they have the self-service. Hey, I don't work there. I'm not an employee until I took a TV and they didn't give me the discount. You know,
Exactly.
Just tell
no
a joke
setup,
like,
just hard hitters.
yeah, like the one the kid goes. There were these farmers, and they lived out, you know, out in the field. They were kind of hick farmers, and the wife had an uncanny ability that she could tell how much a hog weighed by holding it in her teeth by its tail. And so every time they'd take the hogs to the market, Ma would pick up the pig by his tail with her teeth and say that one weighs 160 pounds or whatever, you know. And they would do this all the time. And it was, she would amaze everybody. They'd go to the livestock auctions and everything. It was just amazing. Here she comes. She's weighing the pig like that, holding the tail. And you go, wow, she got it right on the money. You know, it's amazing. So one day the farmer comes back in the house. He was out in the field doing some chores. And he goes to the kid. He goes, hey, where's your ma at? And she goes, she's upstairs seeing how much the UPS man weighs.
Nice.
All right, we'll leave it on that one. But I think we are. Yeah. One more. Wait, we had a Confucius joke on there. Confucius, a man who stands with hands in pocket, is feeling cocky. Thank you. That's it. Now, on that note, how could we not end on that?
Thank you for listening to this show on Youngstown Studio. This is original Youngstown content. Feel free to share our videos and tell your friends about us. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on Facebook.